Live and rowdy here at Bellefontaine High School. We got the Springfield Shawnee Braves taking the court right now, ready to take on the 2-3 conference record Bellefontaine Chieftains. I'm here as always with Jack Hutchins. How you doing tonight, man?
Having a great night as usual, Zach. Looking to watch the rematch against these teams.
I tell you what, Jack, it is do or die now for the Bellefontaine Chieftains and their conference championship hopes. 2-3 in conference play coming into tonight. Now, usually in a normal year, that's not a record that you could even win the CBC with, but as of right now, the leading Springfield Shawnee Braves only have a 3-2 record, so with a huge win tonight, they are right back in the conversation.
Yeah, Zach, that's really interesting that you say that because we haven't really seen a CBC conference like this in the past few years. It just shows how spread out the talent is and the drive and fight in these respective teams. Obviously, the Chiefs not having the greatest stretch, besides beating Graham.
Absolutely. And they are going to have to stop Zion Crow tonight, leading CBC scorer at 20.5 points. Jack, we were there watching the first game against the Chieftains when they matched up here on opening night. What are they going to have to do to stop the young gun?
I'll tell you what, St. Clair was not starting at that point in the season. They're going to have to stick him on Crow and make him work for every bucket he gets. Being the athletic, really skilled build that he is, he's going to be able to score from all areas of the court. You're not going to be able to contain him completely, but if you limit the shots that he can get up, force him to create for his teammates and hope that they miss, then these Chiefs will have a good shot at success tonight and will obviously have a much better showing than they did the first time, only scoring 36 points.
Absolutely. Now, Jack, a little bit of rocky play for the Chieftains recently. Unfortunate, very unfortunate loss last week to London. Not something that the people were looking forward to. And then another loss before that to Urbana, but they picked things back up with Graham on Tuesday. They are going to need a huge performance tonight to beat these guys.
Of course.
We are going to take a quick break real quick for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back here on horvathproductions.com/live for CBC interconference play.
We have a group of Bellefontaine Elementary School students who will be singing our national anthem. Kindergartner Daxby Brown, first graders Charlotte Burkhart, Hudson Good, and Bexley Gossett, and second graders Charlotte Aker, Boone Davis, Bennett Fissel, Dory Jervis, Finley Reed, Liana Swank, and Lydia Wilson.
Jack, I tell you what, it is a packed crowd tonight. There's barely a spot to sit. Good thing we got nice reserve seating up here, right?
This is the fullest I've seen this gym in a couple of years now, Zach. So
yeah, absolutely.
Both teams will be feeling the pressure tonight.
There is a little bit of a resurgence of the Bellefontaine basketball program. Of course, we got the special feature at halftime. Cheer with the Chiefs night for the cheerleaders. We got 140 students from K through 8, I believe, coming and putting on a little neon light show for us here at halftime. So stay tuned for that. And we're, of course, always excited to watch our Chieftain cheerleaders perform. But, Jack, back to Zion Crow. Now, everyone else on his team not averaging the highest. Darian Dixon, number 2 at 7 points. He's kind of a one-man show out there for the Braves on offense.
Yeah, and I tell you what, something I noticed about a lot of these other scorers on this Braves team, none of them over 8 points a game, but both Darian Dixon and Cody Simon, who are second and third respectively, lots of rebounds each, 5 each. That tells me that they are kind of cleaning the glass, getting second chance points, and not necessarily creating for themselves, and Crow is doing a majority of that role. So the Chieftains, if they want a chance to win tonight, they're going to have to clean up those rebounds, Zach.
And the biggest story for Bellefontaine, they are missing three-point sharpshooter Caden Reams. Kind of a big loss. I mean, he's only averaging 6.5 a game, but I've seen Caden Reams bring the Chiefs single-handedly back into games.
Yeah, so, that average is not showing of his ability at all. He's had some outbursts and has really helped these Chiefs win, so it's a tough loss for them to not have him.
And a 41% three-point percentage here as the Chiefs are opening up with their starting lineup. I'm interested to see who's starting here tonight, Jack.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it goes to this normal lineup. Keep Overton in it, who hasn't been starting the past few games.
Riley Neer, of course, St. Clair's out there. And this is a difference from when they played last. Tavian St. Clair starting is a huge thing, and of course Keegan Overton's story is going to be in there, looking to dominate Darian Dixon tonight.
Yeah, he's back in the lineup.
Absolutely. So we're going to see here. We got CJ and Carter snap. I like they're going with the veterans here early on, and of course, like I said, there was a time there for a bit that Coach Stolley was starting three-point sharpshooter Caden Reams, but unfortunately he can't do it tonight as he's suspended for the next 4 games. Yeah. So we are just seconds away from tip-off here at Bellefontaine High School.
To tell you what, Zach, this could be a blessing in disguise for this Chiefs team facing some adversity, losing Reams off the bench. They're going to have to find ways to score without him, because at times, although not the most crafty ball handler, he really lets it rain from outside and keeps this offense going when they've got nothing left in the tank.
And the Chieftains definitely have a little bit of revenge feeling in them, losing due to a 30-point run. I know Coach Kennedy's watching tonight. He gave me that statistic. The Chiefs lost in the first game due to a 30-point run. So
losing by a score of 36 points too. So I mean, not really how you want to start off your season. But they've grown a lot since then. Both these teams have gotten better, and it should be a great matchup tonight. And I don't believe it'll be like the first one.
We are underway here at Bellefontaine High School. Like I said, this is a packed house here in Bellefontaine. It's going to get loud for Shawnee. Let's see if they can handle it. They're going to begin here on offense.
Coach Stolley's starting off in man, Zach. That tells me that they want to isolate Crow on St. Clair, try to keep the ball in his hands as he gets it to the post.
Crow with the post move. Nice move down low. Pump fake. Will not be able to get it to go. Chiefs recover. That's huge for the first possession of the game.
Yeah, that is not something we saw much.
St. Clair wide open down low, and the Chieftains are going to open up 2-0.
I'll tell you what, I don't believe the Chiefs led the first time these guys played ever, so this is already off to a better start for them.
They were playing from behind all game at Shawnee High School. Now, what's interesting about kind of having a crutch player is that Coach Stolley can really isolate Zion Crow when he needs to. They know they're going to dish him the ball pretty much every possession at least. As he goes for another take, will be able to get that to go to tie the game up.
And St. Clair's going to have his work cut out for him tonight, obviously. You can't just stop a player like that, but his presence on the defensive end, as we talked about all year, something these Chiefs have missed in the games they've struggled on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. You know, honestly, we are going to need to see a big game out of Keegan Overton's story tonight. We know Tavian St. Clair is going to do what he can do best on defense as Riley Neer lets it fly for 3. That's an air ball. Good rebound by Carter Snap. C.J. Wilson's just going to kick that right back up to Riley Neer, and they're going to reset it here. Good play from the veteran there.
It's like
to get
there's
the ball
a
back
mismatch on Overton right now. Oh, he switched back.
Overton's story looking to work Darian. Little bit of a flop there. We're going to start this early. Refs are going to cement what they want to call tonight.
I don't like
Fair
the
enough.
call, Zach. I do not like it.
I mean, Darian's a big boy. I can't believe that just pushed him over. But
He's not. He ain't fooling me with that one.
fair enough. All right, 2-2, 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Looks like the Chiefs are going to check into the 2-3 here.
Interesting look by them. Also interesting decision by Shawnee to have Simon move it up on the floor.
Oh, and that is a monumental turnover, a miscommunication there.
Yeah,
Zion Crow not liking it.
something we haven't seen from that Shawnee team. They've had a pretty disciplined offense all year, although their defense has been kind of undisciplined at times. So weird to see something like that occur this early.
St. Clair will kick it to Wilson. She's kind of letting the play develop here. Wilson gonna look to get dirty.
Yeah, he's kind of
will not go down low. Chieftains moving the ball well.
He's gotten to emerge these past few games, driving in the lane and things like that.
Good take from Wilson. Even better rebound from Keegan Overton Story. Back down to Story, working Crow. Near with the take. Sloppy pass from Nair is going to turn the ball over. Shawnee on the fast break. Great defense from C.J. Wilson. No call. Crow on the rebound again, and we will finally get a call. A lot of hand grabbing there.
Yeah, lots of contact right there. I'm not sure what that first move was all about. Simon just kind of tripped to the rim. Crow giving the Chiefs a little contact on that, but they maintain possession.
Only 4 points scored as we are passing the 3-minute mark here. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
And this is the key matchup that'll matter a lot tonight. Dixon versus Overton Story.
Great pass down low to Zion Crow. They have to lock that down. Chieftain ball here. No harm, no foul.
Shawnee foul number 5, Cody Simon, his first, team first.
Now, Jack, what I've noticed, obviously we've covered a player that's a little bit like Zion and Caden Nickel. Caden Nickel missed a lot of shots early on in the early ongoing in the first half of that game. I'm not feeling that from Zion Crow tonight, so they are really going to have to capitalize in the scoring department for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and part of that is Zion's just a much more athletic player from the top of the key and outside that three-point line driving to the basket.
Carter snap for three, bang, and he is going to push the Chiefs.
Another storyline, Zach.
2-5.
The emergence of that guy right there shooting. He's done a lot better these past few games, raising that three-point and free throw percentage and really helping out this Chieftain scoring load.
It is 5-4 here in the early going. We have another lead change, second of the night. Early on here, another turnover, and that is Chieftain ball. Keegan Overton Story is feeling it. Great defense from the big boy down low.
Yeah, and he's been putting in work already in this game. I mean, we're at the point where he usually gets subbed out, but it seems like they're letting him play tonight.
And Jack, Caden Reams was someone that he checked in for Keegan Overton Story a lot when Stolly wanted to play quick ball. Like I said, that is someone that he will not be able to go to tonight, so probably more of a Harper Scott, which is something that we see that often, obviously. It's not anything new to the Chieftains. But
I think we're going to see Jacob Sire come into this game a little bit more, too. Obviously, a thinned-out bench, like you mentioned, and they're going to want to put the pressure on these Braves from outside if they get the opportunity, and Sire offers that.
And Coach Stolly's really liking what he's seeing right now, so I don't blame him to make the subbing. And I don't know how deep Shawnee's bench is. I don't think it's very deep, so as good tip there from the Braves. They're on a fast break here. He's just going to take it for himself. That is number 5, Cody Simon.
Beautiful move by him. It's like the Chiefs are wanting to get in their sets early after kind of just taking what they're getting.
C.J. Wilson's going to go for himself. Dixon will send that back. Good defense on both sides here in the early going. Dixon, no call. Poor pass, though. St. Clair will intercept. St. Clair on the fast break. Is he going to go alone? No, he's going to kick that to C.J. Wilson on the wing. Chiefs will just play it, set it up again. Never mind. St. Clair open down low, and he'll just get that to go. These Chiefs are scrappy tonight, Jack.
And as always, and St. Clair's going to have a really good game tonight if he can keep getting those open looks in the paint. Both of his points coming from layups, and that's what the Chiefs are going to need to continue to put this scoring load on them, because that was something they have really struggled with.
Big shot from Zion Crow as he is talking a little bit to Carter Snap. I don't know how you could talk to Carter Snap. It's the sweetest dude I know in my life.
The three-pointer right in his face, though. He's letting him hear it.
Yeah. And like I said, Zion Crow here in the early going at 7 already. Nothing new for him. He's almost at half of his points, and we still have 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. But the Chiefs did see something in the sense of they just have to stop Zion, and the rest of Shawnee will crack.
Yeah.
Now it's easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
So
He's, in my opinion, he's the most skilled player in this conference. What he can do.
by far. I mean,
yeah.
without a doubt. I don't even like now with the exit of Colin O'Connor from the Cumsa.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a question.
I don't think there's a debate. His
No.
shooting ability, his driving ability, not really the most dependable ball handler at times, but I mean, he's already scored 7 of Shawnee's 9 points with no signs of slowing down.
And that is the big difference. Opposed to Caden Nichols, Zion has a pull on him. He has a, what do they call it, a deep range dead eye from 2K, right? So that is going to be something that the Chiefs 100% have to look out for here all night. I mean, it's going to be an all-night thing for this guy, and it will not be easy to stop him.
And he's already got about a third of his average. So if the Chiefs are going to have to maybe take a different angle than the zone defense they've been running.
That's another turnover. It's Wilson, he loves that baseline move, but Shawnee was ready for that.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of getting him trapped down there early. Normally he just drives right to the basket, lays it up, or gets a foul. Chieftains still in this zone defense, Zach. I'm not sure if they're going to stay in this for much longer.
The thing that troubles me about the Chieftains a little bit is that if this gets out of hand, I don't see them find a way to kind of drag themselves back into it, not with the talent that Shawnee has, but that's a great breakup there from Tavian St. Clair. Is he going to take that to Riley Neer? Riley Neer will not be able to get it to go, and that is hurting me a little bit to see that from the Chieftains side. You have to capitalize on those if they want to stay competitive in this ballgame tonight.
Of course, and something that you mentioned before, Caden Reams was the player who offered a lot of that bench adrenaline.
Yep.
Actually, he added life into this team when they needed it most in the form of three-point shots.
Another breakup from St. Clair. That's going to go out of bounds. Chiefs are doing a good job of intercepting and breaking up these passes, but you got to score in transition.
And Tavian St. Clair usually will get that putback, just can't get his hand on it that time. Riley Neer, just tough miss by him.
Visibly angry down there for number 1 from Bellefontaine.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys who you're always going to get the most from him each night, regardless in what form it comes in. He's going to hustle regardless, and, you know, you live with that
Zion
shot.
Crow, pump fake, great pass down low to number 11, Ed Bomer. Sorry if I mispronounced that name, as Jacob Salyer looks to get involved. Good rebound from the vet. We're going to put that right back up. Nice play from the older guy, Carter Snap.
And
always someone that's there for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and we can't expect one player to carry the scoring load on this Chiefs team when you're playing against someone like Zion Crow. So it's good to see from the Chiefs' perspective, multiple players getting ready early. They will go back. Oh, they stay in the zone.
Tavian St. Clair alone down low, one-on-one, kick it to Salyer. Salyer pump fake, spin move, gonna take it for himself. Ah, good move there from the young gun.
Great
Not able to get it to
move.
go. And see, it's stuff like that, Jack, that if they lose the game tonight, they're gonna look back and be like, wow, if we would have just made that, if we would have just made that.
Yeah, and Zach, I think this is gonna be a barn burner, as some coaches would call it tonight. I don't see either team losing by more than 6 points.
Yep, absolutely. Now, we never did do predictions, but I guess we can do our little first quarter predictions here after. We'll talk about that in a second, as the Shawnee Braves are going to take this down. Zion, I assume, is going to take the final shot. Dixon, broken up. Harper Scott's going to launch it. Ooh, looks good from up here. But
They
yeah,
all do.
But yeah, Jack, 11-9 here at the end of the first quarter. Can you give me a little bit of a prediction on what you think this is swinging towards a little bit?
As we've mentioned before, both these teams very talented. Both have been much improved as this season has gone on. We've seen the Chiefs finally find their rhythm scoring. I don't see the Chiefs losing tonight, Zach. I'm going to have to go Chiefs by 4.
Jack, I have to say that is a bold call here tonight.
I'm feeling dangerous, Zach.
Against the leading team in the CBC, Springfield Shawnee. I'm going to go neutral here. I'm honestly leaning by a Chiefs loss by 1 a little bit.
I can see it. I can see
hard.
both outcomes.
It's hard to predict, and like I said, I'm a Bellefontaine student myself, so I hate to put a bet on guys I see in the classroom every day. It is going to be a monumental task to win this game tonight, 100%. Yeah. But like we said, if it's Darian Dixon and Zion Crow that they shut down, then they should have a pretty easy time of scoring points and playing defense.
Yeah, and already on that last possession, we saw St. Clair and Neer and Scott work together to ice Crow out of getting that last shot and get the steal. So even though he has 7 first-quarter points, all the little efforts like that, any shot that he doesn't get up is a win.
Absolutely. Chiefs will inbound here. What about that move out of Salyer? I know it was just inches away from actually being good. I like to see that out of the young guy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential, really hard worker, and is kind of just waiting for his opportunity to shine and get in the spotlight a little bit. He's got the talent, just has not gotten the opportunity, as we will see him in a much bigger role next year, I believe.
Chiefs almost turned the ball over. No harm, nor foul. That's going to kick it to the top of the key. Swing it to Salyer. Now, Jack, I noticed that Tavian St. Clair doesn't have as much confidence as we usually see him have. You're someone that has played Zion Crow in the past. Is he good on defense?
He's obviously hard to score against due to his lengthy frame. At times, you see him get out of that stance. As Overton with the great hook shot in the paint, you sometimes see him stand up, get a little lazy, and kind of jump because he's got a high vertical. He wants to get those blocks.
Veterans here for the Chiefs, making the way for the young guys tonight. All of the points but 2 coming from seniors on this Bellefontaine squad. And that is definitely what Coach Solly was hoping for here earlier in the going.
As we said before, you're going to have a lot of efforts from multiple players to counteract this Braves scoring attack. So it's something that they're really happy about.
Number 24, Logan Earls handling the ball. That's Ed Bomir for 2.
Chieftains giving up a little look out of the 2-3 zone right there. Almost had the steal trapping in the corner, but you've got to watch for those backside cuts.
And Ed Bomer, Jack, only averaged at 1.6 a game and has 4 right now. Be on the lookout for him tonight. He might be feeling himself, and they're going to look to expose other Bellefontaine players.
Oh, we don't see that too much, do we? St. Clair getting a shot block.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's crazy vertical, tall kid right there. Yeah. But as you said, Crow does love to look for those blocks. We're going to get a timeout here for Shawnee.
Something else that the Chiefs are going to have to look out for tonight, Zach. The Braves and their cutting ability, like we have mentioned before, Zion Crow is the main with the absence of R.J. Griffin. Zion Crow is the main ball handler on their team, and he's looking to get guys involved at points. So they're going to be cutting around, trying to get these open lanes to the basket, do anything they can to help his winning effort.
Now, R.J. Griffin, someone that was kind of a little bit of another role player, kind of a higher scorer for the Shawnee Braves.
He was a very good point guard for them. Yeah,
and kind of Zion Crow's right-hand man. ACL surgery, correct?
Yep.
For football? Yeah, so, I mean, he hasn't been playing all year. And it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that the Braves are still 9-5 without him.
Obviously, huge hit for them, but they haven't seemed to skip being the top of the conference thus far. Chieftains are going to go back into the man look, Zach.
Salyer working the guard from Shawnee. Crow in the wing. A little bit of a mismatch on Overton. Nice pass down low. That is number 4, Desmond Hausman. Not able to get it to go. Chieftains Jock block is loving the air ball action there.
I've got a feeling they'll live with that shot right there. Hausman not scoring too many points for these Braves.
Yeah, it's really about picking your battles tonight for this Bellefontaine defense. Springfield Shawnee doesn't have the luxury of that because everyone across Bellefontaine scores. I mean, there's not one guy that is just an absolute beast.
And someone different does well every night.
Yeah. Keegan Overton, Story, and Carter Snap kind of leaning right now for the Chiefs. I would love to see St. Clair get to work.
And I think it's just a matter
St. Clair
of
will
time
pull up
before
from 3, not able to get it to go. Not a good take there. Nope. Zion Crow, big opportunity down low. Great breakup from C.J. Wilson. St. Clair, is he going to take it for himself? Pass to Salyer to Wilson. They're just going to set this right back up, Jack. Do you like the move from St. Clair?
Yeah, kind of get the offense going. Didn't really have a great look as he takes the mid-range shot and cans it. Great shot by St. Clair. And as we saw when Crow was taking the ball down the court, we did not see him get stripped on fast breaks very much either. Absolutely. So St. Clair impacting both sides of the floor early.
St. Clair averaging 10, shooting 45% from the field. Hasn't played basketball in a couple years.
He's already got 6 points tonight, Zach. So he's gonna about half the points for this Chiefs team. So he's bringing the heat tonight.
Salyer, nice pass down to St. Clair. I like Jacob Salyer, Jack. I know we talk about him a lot, but that is someone that is a monumental player for this Chieftain offense.
He's got so much potential, Zach. I mean, not the most athletically ready yet, but he's got the skill.
Yeah, that was just a terrific pass. The way he can make the decision making out of that kid is ridiculous. As he checks out,
and his confidence is going to continue to grow as he plays more. Haven't seen him in a huge role this season, but he's going to have a nice career here.
Crow is going to make that 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and already having 9 of these 15 points. The Shawnee Braves.
Are we at like 5 lead changes already, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's staying pretty close thus far. And we see it's going to be, judging by the scoreboard, a battle between him and St. Clair to see who can score the most points.
Carter snap, post move, pump fake, no foul called, grabs his own rebound. Is he going to go back up with it? Pass out to St. Clair, to Neer in the corner. Neer's going to take it for himself. Big block from Darian Dixon to Crow. Crow's going to pump fake, put that up. Will not be able to get it to go. That's going to be Bellefontaine ball. Interesting call there. Did not look like that from up here.
I would have to agree with you, Zach, but I mean, Chiefs will take it.
15-15, 3:40 remaining here in the second quarter here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Thank you for checking in and purchasing our live stream tonight.
Ed Bomer checking back in for these Braves, having, like you mentioned before, 4 of these 15 points. I mean, he hasn't really been a contributor at all for this team this season, but he's getting active on those cuts as he will foul.
Neither team far close to the bonus, so we will probably not see that here in the first half. Relatively clean basketball, and the refs are kind of promoting a 1990s NBA style of play here tonight.
The best era of basketball, Zach.
I agree. I mean, I wasn't alive. I couldn't witness it. As Overton Story goes for an and one. It's funny that I mentioned no calls and then he calls it as soon as I say that, right? But
that's one of those book calls that as a ref you have to make. But
or Ocha's going to get a call and you might be suspended for a few games, right? So Overton Story opening up his free throws here tonight, shooting 55% from the line. 72% from the line. One of the better, if not the best, free throw shooter on this ball club.
I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say he's the best. He's pretty much automatic from there.
Chiefs checking into the full court press here. Let's see if Shawnee can break it. Do a good job of getting out of there. That wasn't a full pressure press.
Tell you what, Zach, starting out this game as St. Clair gets another steal. I did not think they were going to have that much success in the zone.
St. Clair's going to take it for himself. Charge is called.
Wow.
I mean, that's a St. Clair with the slam. Not happy about it. Jack, that's a tough call to make. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what I would say there.
I do believe it was a charge by the description of the rule, but obviously a little bit of a flop in there too. I
like the hard play out of St. Clair, but we have, like, the Bellefontaine Chieftains have a 3-point lead. Slow it down a little bit, and I think it's going to be better. They're doing a lot of good half-court basketball here.
Yeah, really bringing the pressure steal-wise on the defense.
Bomer not able to handle the pressure here. Bellefontaine High School is going to just completely fumble that pass. But like I said, kind of having a great game tonight. At 4, and he averages 1.6 a game, so he's already doubled what he averages here, and we're not even in the second half. Carter snap, a little bit of an isolation down low. Let's see if he takes advantage. He will. Sitting in the paint. St. Clair to snap at the top of the key. He's going to let that fly. Good rebound from St. Clair. Wilson, baseline. He loves that. Sloppy basketball. Chieftains recover, though.
Doing a great job on the rebounds right now, and that's from the guards.
Yeah, right?
Really keeping Dixon Bomer, who has really been active thus far off the boards.
Nice attempted baseline pass, not quite going to go. What's the call there?
Foul on Near. Took his legs out from under him. Kind of an aggressive play by him. He's got to be careful.
Riley Near not happy with the call at all. He thinks that was more of a 50-50 ball. Now, Jack, I'm not too in tune with the basketball rule book. What is the call there? I mean, it kind of looked like a 50-50 ball. I don't think they had really possession. Like, what is that call? It's just a personal foul?
Yeah, he took his legs out from under him. I mean,
whether it was intentional or not, it doesn't matter.
You can't have incidental contact like that impedes the ball handler. Something that I've noticed, Wilson still scoreless.
Well, and yeah.
As we almost enter the second half, as we've seen him emerge, averaging the most points on the team.
This was a big game tonight, obviously, for Shawnee. St. Clair's going to go. Pump fake, move. Great defense from Crow. Now, Jack, it looks like Shawnee has watched a lot of film on Bellefontaine because they are locking down that baseline move, and that's kind of all C.J. Wilson does.
Yeah.
Not a lot of kids expect it, but Shawnee has definitely been ready for it. And they have locked that down here in the early going. So C.J. Wilson's going to have to change up his strategy to scoring points if he wants to get on the board.
And we've seen him be pretty consistent knocking down the three-pointers, albeit not on too many attempts, only about 11 for 26 on this season. So, like, he's going to have to find other ways. And something right there, St. Clair kind of making Crow stay disciplined. And as we talked about before, he's wanting to get those blocks. He ends up fouling them. Chiefs are going to have to keep doing that if they want to keep getting these foul points.
Chiefs almost rebound. St. Clair will split free throws. Chiefs lead by 4 here with 1:20 remaining in the first half of play here at Bellefontaine High School. Coverage brought to you exclusively by HorvathProductions.com. Wilson with the board.
Chieftains are getting a lot of transition looks right now. Zach.
Carter snap, mid-range jumper.
Got us back.
Barely gets it to go. Keegan Overton getting big on Zion Crow, almost with the look. Great pass down low. Zion Crow, will rebound. Tamian St. Clair not able to get it to go. That's hurting for the Chieftains a little bit, Jack.
Yeah, those are just looks you have to have.
Yep.
And I mean, 9 times out of 10, he's going to make that. Just an unlucky miss.
St. Clair is a younger kid, so I would like to see him kind of get his head back in here, not let that fluster him a little bit. It's still early, nothing hurt. Great block there. Was that Keegan Overton's story or St. Clair?
Getting in there, not letting Crow get anything easy. Chiefs have only held him to 2 points, or have held him to only 2 points this quarter. Doing a great job keeping him in check.
See what goes on here. Pump fake move. Number 11, Ed Bomir back at it again with another 2. He's just getting open, Jack. He knows the Chiefs aren't thinking about him.
All right-handed layups on cuts by Bomer. Not the most skilled offensive player, obviously, but he's keeping the Chiefs disciplined, and they've got to do better looking for the backside in their zone defense.
It's good to see a role player like him kind of getting it going and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, you got to feel good for a guy like that.
Tamian St. Clair not able to get to go again. Zion Crow. Nice little jump shot there.
Again, almost looked good from up here, Zach, but Chiefs will win this quarter, holding him to only 2 points, something that not many teams can say that they've done this season.
Absolutely, Jack. We are going to take a quick break here to bring you special coverage of the Cheer with the Chieftains Neon Light Show. I have to say I'm pretty excited to watch this tonight. We don't see a lot of halftime shows.
We do not.
There's also a raffle coming if you purchased a ticket and wasn't able to come here to Bellefontaine High School tonight. We will announce the winners of that if I can get a hold of those. But Jack, before this light show starts here a little bit, what do you have to say kind of about the Chieftains and their halftime? I mean, their first half performance in opposed to Shawnee.
Kind of sloppy the first quarter, really getting a feel for the game, Zach. Doing, albeit a much improved effort.
Yep.
We really saw them lock down in that second quarter of basketball, holding Crow to 2 points, as I've said about 50 times, I think. They've done a good job on the half-court side, too, but they're kind of getting punished by Bomer right now on those backside cuts, and that's one thing that they need to work on for the second half.
Absolutely. And, Jack, like I said, we are going to take a quick break here to bring you the Cheer with the Chieftains LED light show. And we will be right back at you with HorvathProductions.com/live. Please enjoy this special coverage. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Welcome back to Bellefontaine High School. Chieftains will be leading here by 2, Jack. I don't think they were leading the Shawnee Braves going into the second half last time.
They weren't even close, Zach.
No.
That lead for the Braves just grew. They've showed a lot more discipline and resolve tonight.
Now, Jack, Bellefontaine is one Tavian St. Clair getting hot away from really pulling away in this ball game tonight. Do you think we're going to see that out of him here in the second half?
He's looked kind of out of it thus far as we've gotten to this point in the game. He's got the capability to turn around, but will he? I do not know, Zach. The Chiefs are playing a really good team, and if he wants to get something going, he's going to have to get it going fast.
Shawnee averaging 51 a game. Bellefontaine averaging 49 a game.
They're averaging 51?
Yeah.
Wow.
You expect that to be higher?
No, I'm surprised they've at the score this far. 19.
No, yeah.
This is a middle school score.
Right, I know. And I do not disagree with that by far. We are about to get underway here. Braves will inbound.
And I can tell you one thing for certain, Zach. These Braves aren't going to go down that easy. Have done well in second halves this year, battling to the end of games. So we'll see if the Chiefs can handle the heat. Bellefontaine
fans getting into it here. Thank you for tuning into our special presentation of the Cheer with the Chiefs night here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Always great to see young athletes in the community coming here to Bellefontaine High School. Chiefs doing what Chiefs are doing best, getting back on defense here. Kick it over to Story. Will just rip that out of his hand. St. Clair, is he going to go for the slam? Will not, but nice little layup package there from St. Clair. Landed on his ankle a little bit. Good thing that he's all right.
Yeah, Crow not even jumping to contest that. Something else we have not seen in a long time. He just doesn't let things like that happen.
I tell you what, if we get a St. Clair jam tonight, this high school will rock.
Yeah, especially on a night where it's 11 points, that would just add the cherry on top.
Chiefs lead by 2 possessions here early on in the third quarter of play. Zion Crow, top of the key, slowing the game down. Dixon on the pick. Nice jump shot there from Crow. Will not able to get it to go. Going baseline, over to Story, giving him the work. Dixon. It's going to be a foul on Bellefontaine. What was the call there, Jack? A little bit too handsy?
I believe it was a body foul in Overton. I'm not sure. Maybe getting a little too physical for the rest.
I'll tell you what, though. Over to the Story has got a bone to pick with this point guard from Shawnee. The point guard.
Big man.
Yeah.
Darian Dixon. Yeah, they've got history dating back to the football season with the Chieftains.
Yeah, they work each other, that's for sure. Another pass breakup for Bellefontaine.
Lazy passes by these Braves. Yeah. I thought they'd be tighter than this coming out in the second half.
I hope they didn't just walk into here, into BHS tonight, thinking that they were just going to get handed a win. They pass like they're doing that right now.
You would think they wouldn't have after the way the Chiefs have come back this second half of the season, but maybe.
Good pump fake there from Crow. Once again, not able to get to go. Even better rebound from Dixon. Over to Story, not liking the call.
Maybe. I believe that he was straight up, but maybe a little bit of the body contact.
Yeah,
you can't move into your defender as they go up, so he will be shooting too. Overton will have 3 fouls on the game. He doesn't get into foul trouble usually, so we'll probably see him come out the game as Scott will come in for him on cue.
Crow shooting 67% from free throw. Dixon. Also at 67%. So I guess I'm not wrong, as he's got to go ahead and make both. Good start from the line for him. 6:05 remaining here at Bellefontaine High School in the third quarter of play here on HorvathProductions.com/live. I'll tell you what, Jack, it's a lot of people in here. I'm hot.
Yeah.
It's hot in here.
It's getting spread around.
Yep. Near, pass the snap, we'll let that fly. Not able to get it to go. Crow on the board.
Oh, he's not happy. Getting handsy with St. Clair on that rebound.
Shawnee really started to slow it down here on offense.
Yeah, and still trying to get him some looks as Crow will miss a three-pointer.
It's going to bounce right off Carter's snap. A little bit disappointed that he wasn't able to get that rebound. He is not liking that about that play. He will recover, though. Good inbound defense from the Chiefs. Nice little baby hook put up there from number 12, Ricky Powell. We're not able to get it to go. Wilson, dribble, pull up, bang!
CJ Wilson.
And there he is, Jack. He's going to get on the board tonight for the first time as Shawnee instantly calls the timeout.
Yeah, we were waiting. Chiefs take a 5-point lead. If he can get going on top of what the Chiefs have already done offensively, then the Braves are going to have a hard time countering that. I tell you what, this doesn't look like the same Braves team we saw rout the Chieftains. I mean, they were getting whatever they wanted last time the two teams played. They're not missing any players either. They're running with the same squad. I don't know if they, like you said, if they just came in here expecting a win. You would think they wouldn't with the way the Chiefs have been fighting, but it's incredibly possible.
Yeah, I mean, if they were expecting that, they're not thinking it anymore. So I expect heads up, both best forms of basketball from both teams here for the last 13 minutes of this ball game. Thank you for tuning in here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Jack, I talked to Doug Casey. He will be coming up for the post-game show here tonight.
Go.
He will be talking to you here for the post-game tonight.
God, I love talking to Doug. Always good to have him around.
Of course, he is hoping for a Chieftain victory.
Looks like there will be an extra player on the court walking past the Shawnee bench.
It's probably Crow's agent.
Yeah, maybe.
Chiefs open up in the press here. Not a lot of pressure. Actually, never mind. A little bit of trap formation here, and that's going to be a jump ball. Bellefontaine ball. Good play there from Riley Neer to get physical.
Simon not looking like he wanted to get helped up by Neer right there as he just wrestles the ball away from his grip.
Zane Mercer checks in for the Braves.
Zane Mercer, who just checked in number 2 for the Braves, was someone we saw have a lot bigger impact this first game, only averaging 5 on the season. We'll see if they can kind of get him going.
Near pump fake. Jump stop to St. Clair. St. Clair working Crow. We got to put that up. Not able to get to go. Scramble for the ball. Crow on the fast break. Looking for a pass. Spin move. He's going to set that back up. Good steal from C.J. Wilson. Easy layup for the man. Going to get that to go, and he is coming out, Jack. Like I said Atavian St. Clair away from pulling away with this game, but I kind of forgot C.J. Wilson away from pulling this game, right?
Yeah, and this outburst from him, I know we were just kind of waiting for it to happen, being the Chiefs' leading scorer, has now about half of his average of 10 points.
Crow, wing 3, bang. Good shot there from the leading scorer for Shawnee.
And he's automatic from that spot, Zach. You will not see him miss many of those corner threes.
He will take the lead down for the Chiefs to 4. Of course, that's someone that they're going to rely on heavily to stay in this ball game tonight. Stolly, very vocal, a very vocal coach for Bellefontaine.
Yeah, and it looks to me as if the Braves, coach for the Braves, is
just letting his boys play over there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's just opposed to 2 different coaching styles. Riley Neer will take it baseline, kick that out to Wilson on the corner. Wilson will take it baseline to St. Clair for 3. Not able to get to go. Good rebound from the vet. Snap, post move, fade away. Not able to get it to go. Dixon on the ground. That is going to Shawnee ball.
Yeah, not the greatest decision by Snap right there, just taking the fadeaway shot with a wide open shooter on the wing. But great effort by him on the rebounds, and we have not seen the Chiefs let up many rebounds on the glass tonight. That I would like to see the stats after the game.
Jack,
I guarantee you they're pretty lopsided.
I would like to see, maybe unless you're Zion Crow, I do not want to see contested 3-pointers on the game.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I'm not a fan of it in high school basketball, as Darian Dixon's wide open down low for 2. And they are right back in this ball game.
You know, they're clawing right back into it, Zach, kind of getting back to what they're good at.
Sal, you're working it. We knew this was a game that was going to go back and forth, that no one was going to get the immediate edge. Carter snap. Nice little fadeaway hook there. Good recovery from the senior. Crow not able to get to go. Good board from Dixon. Dixon, baseline. Just dribble that right back out. Chiefs will get the turnover. Tamian St. Clair's wide open, not able to, Stapp is not able to get that down to him. He was in the reach of big wingspan Crow, so good smart play there from Carter.
Salyer will slip on an imaginary banana peel. I'm not sure if he lost his footing or, because it didn't look like there's much defense on him, but Chiefs will retain the possession.
Jack, I don't know why the ref called that Bellefontaine ball.
I don't either.
There wasn't a Shawnee player within 10 feet, but it's all right. Back to play here.
Looks like we got Salyer running the point now. Coach Salyer looking to get him more experience, and we've seen flashes of his potential all throughout this game.
St. Clair down low, go up for it, possible and one. Good foul there.
And we've seen obvious flashes of that guy right there. St. Clair leading the Chiefs tonight, looking for his 13th point. 12th and 13th.
Big two coming here. St. Clair 1 for 1 on free throws for the night. Shooting 57% from the line on the season.
And if the Chiefs can get both these to go right here, Zach, then they will, as he makes the first, they will stretch the lead to about the biggest point has been tonight. Kind of holding true to our predictions, not really getting out of closer than a 6-point swing.
No, yeah, and this is where you have to capitalize to win basketball games in high school, especially. I mean, regular basketball too. The free throw line, he will go 3 for 4 on the night, breaking his average. Chiefs will go to 30. Leading the Braves by 6 here with 1:45 remaining in the third quarter of play. Here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Dixon baseline getting big, and he's going to step out of bounds, Jack. That's Bellefontaine ball.
Too much pressure by the low post presence by the Chieftains. Staying in that zone looking, it's been pretty good to them, getting a lot of steals.
Little bit of bickering going on between Crow and Dixon here. Is Shawnee due for a timeout? I know they don't want to waste it, but they may need one.
As this third quarter winds down, they still don't have anything going. And when is it too late, Zach? I guess we will see.
Shawnee's coach has not said a word in a very long time, and that's going to be a travel call. Never mind. Block.
St. Clair almost gets that one to go, too.
Shooting
foul? He will be headed to the line.
Yeah, okay, all right. I mean, the ref had a better view than we did, so.
Well, if he's driving to the basket and it's a block.
Yeah, right. But I guess it was kind of far out. I don't know. It was teetering on the edge. St. Clair will go 4 for 5 on the night. Someone that typically isn't the greatest free throw shooter, just about average at 57%, but he is coming out here tonight, definitely improving that record. I mean that percentage.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are pushing this lead almost to double digits. Quite a turn of events.
St. Clair is capitalizing for these Bellefontaine boys tonight on the free throw line. The Chieftains are just 1 score away from pushing this to a double-digit deficit for the Braves. Dixon will turn the ball over again. Excuse me. Not Dixon.
How about Harper Scott?
That is Desmond Hausman, golfer for Springfield Shawnee.
Harper Scott just pushing, imposing his will on these Braves players down the low post, Zach. We saw that with Dixon last play, and Powell this one. They can't handle the heat down low.
Shawnee not happy. I don't see a single player of the 5 on the floor that look like they're in the game right now. If I am Springfield Shawnee's coach, I would get a little bit more vocal here. Stolle is loving it.
Yeah, and Zach, Crow has been held to 3 points this quarter. 2 last and 3 this quarter.
St. Clair wide open down low, Jack. We have a 10-point lead for the Chieftains. I tell you what, I did not expect this right now here.
I didn't either, and Shawnee just looks completely out of it, Zach. They don't even look like they want to be here right now.
Now the long-term phrase, though, it is not over till it's over. As Shawnee coach finally stands up. Interception from St. Clair. He's got options. Will he take it for himself? Pump fake. Not able to get it to go. Dixon on the rebound.
I think he's got to get a little bit more physical to the hoop on that one, kind of still lay it up soft.
And Wilson was right there. Wilson's a great finisher down low. But like I said, this is someone that hasn't played basketball in a very long time. 7th grade was the last time St. Clair played. So Shawnee turns it over, and that is a push. A push from Crow.
And Crow just looks at him. He's not happy at all.
He just pushed Salyer right down on the back, Jack.
That
is that a technical?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, I don't know if he did it intentionally, but he didn't seem too remorseful about it. I mean, first foul on the night. Frustration's starting to show a little bit. I don't think it was too egregious. But still.
Hey, you're the more basketball guy here, so I'm going to agree with you. I mean,
one thing for sure, this Braves team is unwinding.
Like I said, you're right. It may have not been intentional. And that is going to bring us down to the end of the third quarter. Jack, we are going to take a quick break here on horvathproductions.com/live, and we'll be right back at you here for the final fourth quarter of play here at Bellefontaine High School. It's going to be good.
At Horvath Productions, we offer specialized wedding films that cater to you and your spouse. With top-of-the-line equipment and storytelling skills, we can assure you that the biggest day of your lives will be captured from start to finish. On top of that, we offer some of the lowest rates in the industry so that you can have the best experience possible without having to give up other important aspects of your event. Visit horvathproductions.com/weddings to see how we can make your memory.
Welcome back to horvathproductions.com/live. We have one quarter of high school varsity CBC basketball here in Ohio left of play. Jack, Chieftains are up 10. Very low scoring ball game here tonight.
Hey, Chiefs are actually on pace as we speak to reach their average. But
correct.
We cannot say the same for the Shawnee Braves up to this point. Crow being held to 5 points combined these last two quarters after having a 7-point outburst the first. If he does not get something going this quarter, Zach, I'd say this game is all but wrapped up.
Now, it is not over until it's over. Like I said, I phrased that a few minutes ago. Bellefontaine needs to put in a hard 8 minutes of work here, and do not let this game get out of their hands until that clock ticks 0 if they want to finish this ball game. Like I said, this is critical for Bellefontaine. This is a must-win game to remain in conference championship discussion.
But Harper Scott is going to continue to bring that pressure to Crow, putting him right out the paint on the three-point line.
Air ball from number 2, Zane Mercer, as Darian Dixon's going to do a nice little rebound and get that to go. Honestly, Darian is really putting his heart out right now. I mean, I know that it's not really going Shawnee's way, but he's putting in work right now for these guys.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of rebounds for the Chieftains.
Carter snap, wide open, pump fake. We're just going to go down low with that. Not able to hold on. Crow. And that's going to get fumbled by his teammate. Crow gives him the side eye.
He is not happy about that one. Free shot at the basket.
And these are things that you have to capitalize on to get back into this ball game.
Not really the effort you want to see from the Shawnee side of things. I mean, they probably haven't been in this position much throughout the season, but regardless, you've got to keep your cool. You got to, can't show it.
St. Clair to Wilson. Wilson one-on-one with Crow. Desmond Hausman running the top, back and forth.
And Chiefs are going to try to kill some clock here, obviously. Hold on to this 8-point lead.
This is where we enter not Bellefontaine basketball, high school basketball here in Ohio. No shot clock play. Riley Neer to St. Clair. St. Clair doesn't let it fly. They're just going to keep wasting this clock, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, great decision by them. You don't want to get rid of this lead. And the Shawnee.
St. Clair for 3, not able to get to go. Carter snap, will rebound.
And I
three, look, St. Clair, a little bit of an alley-oop action there, not able to get it to go.
And we see the
critical stop for Shawnee.
We see them just standing around on the defensive end. I don't know if they even want to win this game.
Dixon for 3, doesn't take many of those, but maybe he should take more as he goes for 3.
Good shot by him, but these Braves have got to turn it up a little bit.
St. Clair just not able to finish down low tonight as consistent as he usually does.
It hasn't shown much, still scoring 17 points on the night.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to talk crap about someone that's scoring 17. St. Clair in the trap. Bellefontaine timeout. Good call there from Coach Stolly. But yeah, Tavian St. Clair is definitely making up for it in the mid-range shooting department.
Yeah.
For what he doesn't have down low tonight.
And the free throw line.
Yeah, that too. I completely forgot about that.
Seen a huge improvement from all players on this team, and he is no exception to that.
Now, in a matter of 2 minutes, Shawnee has cut this lead back down to 5 for the Chiefs. Jack, like I said, this is not over till it's over.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Zach, but, I mean, they keep playing defense like that. It will be over.
Bellefontaine just needs to hit a few critical shots here, going to win a few critical possessions, and they should wrap this up. Like I said, it's 5 points. Bellefontaine has come down from 12 before against Kittredge a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but I don't think these Braves are going to bring that same kind of energy. I mean, you can't expect them to do it now. They're just like, stuff like that just doesn't get turned on.
Now, Jack, is 5 points not enough to start milking the clock?
I mean, at this point in the game, no. You still want to get a few more points.
Especially with these hard traps that Shawnee's trying to put on.
And it's working pretty well. St. Clair's having trouble.
Overton Story is going to settle in with a pick for Near. Near not able to get it to go. Zion Crow's wide open. He's going to take that up. Foul called.
Little body contact, maybe. Again, I'm seeing kind of a flop.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you are the Braves here. Crow, 67% from the line. I don't think he's only shot 2 tonight, and he made 1 of 2, I believe. Will drill the first one, bringing the lead back to 4. Shawnee has not led since the second quarter of play here tonight. Will make the second free throw, bringing the lead down to 3. They are right back in this game, Jack. I know you're kind of saying it's not going their way, but they have gone on a 7-0 run.
They have, and it's mostly been transition points. Chiefs have just not been able to get back in time, and they're turning it up a little bit on the defensive end these past few possessions, so we will see.
Good move from Wilson on the post. Kind of like what I said there. He's going to have to find something that's not the baseline, and he has found it. Crow to Dixon. Dixon on the wing. A little bit of a over-the-head throw there. Way to pull it in there from Zane Mercer. Crow, he has a strap, Jack, and he is going to bring that lead to 2. Here come the Braves.
And I am eating my own words right now, Zach. I did not think these Braves had what it took to make an effort like this with Crow not going down.
Snap, post. Crow getting physical. St. Clair coming back at him. Carter snap playing hard. Another flop there from the Braves. St. Clair not able to get it to go. Good rebound there from the vet. Kick it back out. Tipped. It's getting crazy here at BHS. Overton Story working it down low. St. Clair, he's going to take a look. Fade away. Not able to get it to go. That's an air ball, Jack. And here we go. The Braves are 1 possession away here from tying or taking the lead. Let's see what they do here. Darian Dixon on the wing. Shawnee, they are in the driver's seat here.
It's like the Braves will try to milk the clock a little bit.
That is Keegan Overton's Story, 4th foul. As Stolly instantly goes to bench to check him out.
Yeah, and he's something we haven't really seen him do that this much this season. Get this amount of fouls, still helping his team contribute, but I mean that's a tough loss by the Chieftains.
And we may not see him the rest of the game. I don't know. It depends on what Stolly likes to see. As we regain our breath here with the timeout, because we need it.
Maybe go for a little bit of a faster lineup to help close out on these Shawnee shooters, mainly Zion Crow, and as we saw a little bit, Darian Dixon.
Chiefs definitely need a moment to cool off here. Jack, what did you kind of see Shawnee turn up here in the last couple of minutes to get right back into this ball game?
I think we just saw the skill on display. Zion Crow, they weren't trying any harder than they have all game in my eyes. I mean, maybe picked it a little bit up on the defensive end, trapping and stuff like that, but the effort has been subpar by the Braves this entire game. But you can get away with that when you have someone like Zion Crow who just lets it rain from 3-point. and can knock down his shots at the foul line, just score from all over the floor. It's a great insurance policy to have a player like that.
2 points remaining. 3:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter here at Bellefontaine High School. Most packed I've seen this gym in a very long time. Due to the cheer with the Chiefs tonight, you love to see it. Big game, like I said, big CBC matchup. Zion Crow is at 17 points. Tavian St. Clair is also at 17 points for the Chieftains. Both teams very evenly matched tonight, Jack.
Yeah, and I didn't really expect to see St. Clair score this much and simultaneously struggle.
Yeah,
this much.
It's
He's
kind of
missed a
funny.
lot of shots.
Yeah, but he, like I said, he has made up for that in the mid-range game. He's taken a lot, that's for sure. Shawnee looking to tie this up or potentially take the lead with a big three here. This is what they need to swing it back in their favor. No one wants to be the hero, though. Nice little wing pass, baseline move. Dixon, Crow, back to Dixon, to number 2, Zane Mercer. And Jack, there it is. We have our 6th lead change of the game. Shawnee said, I'm not out of this yet. I'm about to win. Here we go. It is going to be a crazy final 3 minutes here at Bellefontaine High School.
And I think this has been their first lead. Not
all
maybe
half.
Of the half.
Yep, all half.
Not the game.
No. But definitely of the half. It's been a very long time. Blocking call on Shawnee. Darian Dixon not happy with it.
I'm not sure I like that call, Zach. It looked like a jump ball to me, kind of bringing the pressure to Wilson in that trap. Chiefs have to be vigilant to get the ball out of those dead zones on the court.
It is going to come down to it here, Jack. Carter snap. Chiefs need something big here to show that they are still in the driver's seat. St. Clair draws another foul, but he's good from the line tonight.
Yeah, and he's going to look to put the Chiefs back over the threshold. Without these foul shots that he's making, I mean, majority of his points have come from here tonight. It's been wholly valuable to these Chiefs.
Yep.
As he will make the first. Pushes him to 18 points on the night. I believe we're nearing his career high.
Which is what, 20?
I think it's about 22, 20. He will hit the second, make it 19.
That is going to be our 7th lead change of the game. Chiefs take it right back, but of course Shawnee has got plenty of opportunities to get this game back in their hands. Jack, I feel the tension starting to rise in this gym. Chiefs only lead by 1 point in a very low scoring match.
It's going to be a tough game.
The clock is ticking down as we just passed the 2 minutes here at Bellefontaine High School here on HorvathProductions.com/live. The Chiefs looking for another miracle win. Not able to get the rebound. Great putback there from Cody Simon.
Kind of looked like a walk to me under the paint area, but nonetheless, he gets it to go.
Got to get the defensive rebounds if you're the Chieftains there. This is not when you want to get beat down low. That is our 8th lead change of the night. St. Clair getting 8 up. Bellefontaine timeout.
Chieftains are doing a terrible job of getting out of these dead zones right now. You don't want to get stuck in the corner or those spots on the court because it makes the sideline become your defender. You send 2 guys, you have no chance, and you have to make Coach Shaw use a timeout. Good job on the defensive scheme by the Shawnee Braves.
A minute 26 remaining for 39-38. Shawnee has came back from a 10-point deficit to be leading by 1. Shawnee showing why they are leading the Central Buckeye Conference Kenton Trail Division. They are nothing to be messed around with, 100%. Bellefontaine failing to capitalize on their huge advantage as our Bellefontaine cheerleaders put on a show. Getting this crowd wild up, doing what they do best.
Maybe the Chieftains could use Corbin Baker on the basketball court, Zach.
That kid is an absolute athlete by every stretch of the imagination. Bellefontaine cheerleaders just couple weeks ago won the state cheer competition. They will be going for a bid for the national competition down at Disney World in Orlando, Florida later on this year. But back to basketball, Jack. Minute 26 remaining here. 1-point game. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want to predict it. So let's just enjoy this. Wilson's going to inbound. Here we go. Wilson baseline. Sloppy pop shot. Near on the rebound. Foul called. Charging. Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
Dixon was set. Near's got to be more careful in those kinds of situations. Kind of just threw the ball at the basket. You've got to be more careful in these kinds of situations.
And Near acted like he wanted a call there, and he will get punished for it.
The Braves will take a timeout now, not wanting to get anything, do anything drastic. Will try to maintain or extend their lead. And I think we're going to see them kind of try to get things going in the half court a little bit here, slow the ball down because they have a hold on this game right now.
Jack, it's going to be very difficult for Bellefontaine to get some points here. Shawnee has played a defense that we have not seen all night in the past 4 minutes. They are, it almost seems like they just checked in and said it's go time.
Yeah, and I mean, from my point of view, Zach, it doesn't look to me like they've done anything effort-wise. Like, I know I've been saying this the entire game. They look to be kind of staying at the same level energy-wise. I mean, Coach is shouting directions from his seat, but, I mean, it's working. They've clawed back into this game. Crow has really been scoring buckets on top of buckets, and they're staying disciplined defensively. I mean, what more can you want?
Personally, like I said, will eat my own words because I was talking about how the coach was not getting up and commanding his troops. He's just letting them play, and it's obviously worked. He was not worried by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all.
Shawnee will now be inbounding with 1:12 remaining, and they are, like I said, in the driver's seat being up 1. Chieftains go to the full court press here.
Something that we've seen be good to them, but they haven't really touched this game. We'll see how it treats them here.
Shawnee breaks that, and that's going to be another 2 for the Braves. As number 4, Desmond Hausman, is feeling himself. Shawnee firing on all cylinders. St. Clair looking to do something. Wilson, top of the key, will not let it fly. 45 seconds remaining here at Bellefontaine High School as Tavian St. Clair does not get that to go. Jack, that might just be it here. Only 35 seconds remaining, and the Chieftains will now begin to foul. Tough game here.
I'll tell you what, Zach, I don't like the shot by St. Clair at all in that situation. You've got 37 seconds left on the clock and no rush to score. And as a result of a miss, you have to foul Shawnee's best player and send them to the line. Not what you want to see from the Chieftains side of things.
It will if Zion Crow makes these 2 free throws, which he is relatively known to do. It will take a miracle here for the Chieftains to get back into this game. 4-point game here, not impossible for Bellefontaine. As Crow will put this at a 5-point game. Chieftains will need a 3 and 2. Near moving the ball quickly. Someone's going to have to do something here. Who will be the hero for Bellefontaine? St. Clair looking to make it back. Not able to get it to go. Back on Bellefontaine ball, and that will do it for us here at Bellefontaine High School. Chieftains will try to foul. What a comeback from the Shawnee Braves, Jack.
With
wow.
that last free throw goes the hold for the Chieftains, winning their side of this CBC conference.
That will do it for conference play for Bellefontaine. Shawnee will continue to push their record to 4 and 2. And Jack, I have to say, I am, wow. I mean, a 10-point lead with 5 minutes remaining. And Bellefontaine not able to overcome the pressures of this amazing Shawnee defense. I mean, offense and defense. Yeah, and Shawnee's defense became very good.
We were just wrong on our predictions.
Yeah,
these Braves, they don't really have a go mode. They just kind of stay in the same area and make things happen.
44-38, St. Clair gonna try to do something. Just gonna take that down low, let it go. Foul called. And Yeah, and Bellefontaine just lets it slip right between their fingers. They were right there with 6 minutes remaining. Now, Jack, what's next for Bellefontaine? They have most likely knocked themselves out of conference play. Of course, anything can happen.
Try to get a better tournament seed at this point. I'm already in much better standing than last year. We know that they can be a dangerous team when everything is working. Obviously, Reams will be back by that point in the season. I think at this point, you continue to try and win games, but you try to get guys like Jacob Salyer into the mix more, taking on more of a responsibility, getting him more comfortable in late game situations, just so you can have a more well-rounded team and just be stronger as you get into those late games of the season, because that's always a big contributor, how well your bench holds up.
Shawnee will clock into double-digit wins here tonight, pushing their record to 10-5. They are the team to beat in the CBC right now, but as Bellefontaine did show, they have cracks that can be shown.
Chiefs will fall to, I believe, 8-8.
7-8.
7-8.
7-8. Yep. Thank you for tuning into our live stream here tonight. This game did not disappoint by any means. Of course, if you're a Bellefontaine fan, you are feeling a little bit disappointed, but if you are a Shawnee fan, great performance from the guys. Zion Crow, right at 20, so right at his average. Shawnee goes to take on Caden Nickel in the Indian Lake Lakers on Tuesday. Jack, what do you kind of think about that game?
Two really similar players scoring-wise. You know what to expect from them. I think Shawnee's going to have the edge.
That's at Shawnee High School, too. So.
Yeah, and that just only adds an advantage. The Lake not having the strongest team outside of Caden Nickel.
Bellefontaine takes on Xenia next Saturday at Benner Fieldhouse and Xenia. Then we are right back here on HorvathProductions.com/live for Northwestern cross-conference play. Like you said, it is all about seeding now for these Bellefontaine Chieftains. And then from there, they go to Tecumseh and Older, Bellefontaine, and then Kenton Ridge right after that. 3 back-to-back-to-back conference games, but it's all the most not really mattering that much anymore as they are kind of out of contention here with 4 losses.
Yeah, and I don't know. If you're the Braves, I mean, you continue to try to build on what you've done all season, but they don't really have any guys that they need to continue to get more involved. It's the Zion Crow show.
Yeah.
Beyond, you have other guys like Zane Mercer at three-point shots, but.
Good 3 from there, Wilson at the end as the score kind of got away from me. Sorry, I was looking at futures playing. 46-42 will be your final score here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Bellefontaine just not able to get it done tonight, Jack.
Yeah, just kind of got away from them at the end there after leading by double digits at one point, and for most of the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, very disappointing night here for Bellefontaine. Overall, good play from St. Clair, leading the Chiefs with 20. C.J. Wilson turned up a little bit in the second half. Overton Story going to 4 fouls. Kind of hurts him a little bit. We will come back here with the HorvathProductions.com/live post-game show here in 30 seconds after a quick advertisement.
At Horvath Productions, we offer specialized wedding films that cater to you and your spouse. With top-of-the-line equipment and storytelling skills, we can assure you that the biggest day of your lives will be captured from start to finish. On top of that, we offer some of the lowest rates in the industry so that you can have the best experience possible without having to give up other important aspects of your event. Visit HorvathProductions.com/weddings to see how we can make your memory.
Welcome back here to HorvathProductions.com/live for our post-game show. Disappointing loss here for the hometown team of Bellefontaine High School, but another textbook win for the Shawnee Braves, Jack.
Yeah, and they're going to keep doing what they've done this whole season. So they did a great job tonight, I will say. Facing adversity like that, there aren't many teams that can walk into a game, go down 10, and maintain the same level of composure. And they kind of looked like they didn't want to be here at points. and just flip a switch like that and come back and win a game by 4. I mean, very good team as we see here. Lots of guys that fill their role and just do their job really well. And, of course, you have Zion Crow, as we talked about earlier, the best player in the CBC by all accounts.
Not enough rebounds from the Bellefontaine Chieftains side, and poor finishing maneuvers down low is ultimately what led to their demise here in the late going.
Yeah.
It's hard to say what would have happened if the Chieftains were finishing, and probably would have been kept right at that 10-point lead.
It was just a lot of missed shots down the stretch by the Chieftains. I mean, after doing great the entire game on the defensive side of things, getting steals flying around, they just enabled themselves to be trapped by the Braves' defense and just give up the ball for easy points. Very good transition team, and you just can't afford many of those when you're playing a team like this.
Now, Jack, I know you said tournament seeding is what the main focus needs to be here for the Bellefontaine Chieftains. If you are Coach Stolley, what do you do to motivate your players at practice now?
Obviously, whatever he's been doing has been working. Seeing this turnaround by the Chieftains. But if I'm Coach Stolley, I'm going to continue to try to get our offense just kind of tack down a little better, get it more consistent, get the young guys like Sire going, and continue with the recipe that we've been having that the Chieftains have been having so far throughout the season.
As promised earlier, we are going to have the Doug Casey postgame show, Jack.
All right.
Try not to keep this too long here. People got places to be tonight.
I could talk to Doug for hours, so I'll try.
But we will be back in action here in a second. Jack, have fun.
All right, Coach Casey, how are we doing tonight?
Good, Jack. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, as usual. It's good to see you, as always, and have you up here in the booth for us in the post-game interview.
Good to be here.
So let me ask you something tonight. So we saw the Chiefs put up a great effort tonight, leading by double digits at multiple points in the game and doing very well, kind of scoring the ball and things like that. What happened from the Chieftain side of things to let these Braves come back and win by 4?
Well, we started turning the ball over and we started getting care of the ball and started fouling, and I think we just thought we just saw our head get out. We just had our most get the best of us and started turning the ball over and started missing shots and started fouling like crazy.
Yeah. So how about Tavian St. Clair tonight, scoring 20 points? We've seen him slowly get better every game this year. He's done very well. Just couldn't lease the victory tonight. What do you see from him?
David's gotten a lot better for the past couple games. He just gotta keep scoring, and we just gotta keep fighting. Like we just gotta keep fighting every night, and keep fighting every night. We'll get better every week in practice.
Good plan as it sounds to me. So at this point in the season, Chieftains taking another loss to Shawnee, not really in contention for winning the Kenton Trail side of the conference. Where do the Chieftains go from here?
Well, we just got to get better every day, and then we got to get ready for tomorrow. We got a big game tomorrow against Xenia tomorrow night. I think we just get better every day, and get ready for Xenia tomorrow.
And I don't know too much about Xenia. They've not been the greatest team the past few years. I am aware of that. What do the Chiefs have to do to win tomorrow night?
We just gotta get better. We just gotta get better every day and get ready and come in tomorrow for practice tomorrow, and then get ready for Xenia and get ready to go on the bus and head to Xenia. I honestly think we could beat Xenia. We just need to get better every day and get back to work.
Of course, and obviously you hate to see the Chieftains going down like this tonight, but I will say, a lot of good came from this game. You have Carter Snap and Keegan Overton rebounding the ball really well. C.J. Wilson's not going scoreless in the first half and still scoring 10 points. I have to say, it is very impressive what this coaching staff and you guys have done to help this team turn their record around from not winning very many games the previous year to going 8-8, or excuse me, 7-8, 15 games through the season. How have you guys managed to do that?
Well, I think we turned it around pretty well, and I think we've gotten a lot better every day in practice. And I think us coaches have gotten our kids a lot better every day, and we just got to keep working and grinding and getting better every day. And I think these kids have worked hard every day in practice. We just got to get better every day. And it will go from practice to the games. I think we're proving pretty well.
Of course. And as always, Doug, it's great to see you. Great to have you up here doing an interview with us. We're very lucky to have someone who's in the gym every day coaching. And you know I love you. I can't wait to do another interview with you.
Absolutely,
and
I can't wait either.
It's good to have you up here, as I've said before, and it will be interesting to see where these two teams go as this season kind of winds down a little bit.
It will, yes.
All right.
I appreciate it.
This has been the Horvath Productions basketball broadcast, Chieftains versus Braves, and have a good night.